to your weekly World Climate Change News Report. Our headlines this week are: Climate Clock unveiled to urge climate action, 1 billion climate refugees by 2050, CO2 Emissions Inequality, global cities divesting from fossil fuels, Airbus unveils climate-neutral aircraft proposal, Prince of Wales launches climate change platform, and climate change threatens Belgian specialties. Our first story: Climate Clock unveiled to urge climate action. The NYC Climate Week was kicked off with the unveiling of a massive climate clock in Union Square to put pressure on governments worldwide to take immediate action against climate change. The clock currently indicates that the world has only 7 years and 100 days to keep global temperature rise under 1.5 degrees Celsius. The clock is supposed to serve as a stopwatch which indicates how much time is left before the Paris target cannot be met. Our second story: 1 billion climate refugees by 2050. Climate change is an all-encompassing problem, with victims left behind at every corner. The prediction has been made: 1 billion people by 2050 are going to be left homeless if we don't start acting now, with the Pacific Islands set to be the most affected. Without action, this will be a global problem that affects everybody. Our third story: CO2 Emissions Inequality. Oxfam has released a new report that shows that the richest 1% of the global population produces over the double amount of CO2 emissions of the world's poorest 3 billion people. The report found that the world's wealthiest 10% produced 52% of emissions. The poorest 3 billion people produce just 7% of the emissions. However, they are often located in the regions most vulnerable to climate change. Our next story: global cities divesting from fossil fuels. Leaders of 12 major cities around the world announced during the NYC Climate Week a plan to divest from fossil fuel companies and invest in a green recovery from the pandemic. The group included cities such as Berlin, Bristol, Cape Town, Durban, Los Angeles, Milan, New Orleans, Oslo, Pittsburgh, and Vancouver. The cities are part of C40, a global network of communities dedicated to tackling climate change. Fifth, Airbus unveils a climate-neutral aircraft proposal. This week, Airbus unveiled plans to develop a hydrogen-powered aircraft that could drastically reduce the impact of the aviation industry on climate change. The company revealed multiple potential designs for the aircraft, with some more conventional appearance and others with a more unique look to increase fuel storage capacity. Airbus aims to complete the world's first climate-neutral passenger plane by 2035. Our next story: Prince of Wales launches a climate change platform. At the opening of Climate Week, the UK's Prince Charles of Wales launched a new platform, RE-TV, devoted to inspirational and informative sustainability stories. The Prince has curated a series of films and articles for the online platform about climate change. Billions of people around the world are waiting and longing for concentrated action to the right balance of this planet that we have so rashly disrupted, the Prince said during his Climate Week speech. And our final story: climate change threatens Belgian specialties. Two of Belgium's most famous specialties, beer and freights, are endangered by climate change, according to a Belgium National Climate Commission report. Global warming and droughts could seriously impact potato crops and the barley needed for beer production. Drought and a heat wave in 2018 decimated a third of the potato crop in Flanders, which sent prices soaring. Barley is another concern, as Belgium imports much of its barley supply from regions that could be badly affected by climate change. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for weekly World Climate Change news updates.